everyone. Are you ready for another 20-minute motivational video? I am here tonight to hang out with you to get something accomplished. And tonight I am tackling something that I need to get better at, which is putting away my layouts. And I have a huge stack of layouts that need to go in their albums. So I thought, what a great time to do it. It's something that shouldn't take me longer than 20 minutes. It's a task that I really shouldn't put off, but I do. And so tonight we're going to tackle it together. So I have this big stack, as you can see, of layouts to go through. So I hope you all will join me tonight in tackling in something, whether it's like me, putting some layouts away, or organizing something, or cleaning. Just put me on in the background and let's get something accomplished together in the next 20 minutes. And so we're gonna go ahead and get started. And let's jump right in. I'm gonna set the timer and let's see what we can accomplish in the next 20 minutes. All right, let's go. All right, hello everyone. Let me go ahead and get the timer set for 20 minutes. We are going to tackle this big giant stack of big giant stack of layouts that I need to take care of. Excuse me, goodness, I've lost my train of thought. I'm setting here my timer and I'm not doing so well at multitasking. All right, so timer is set for 20 minutes and let's go ahead and get started. All right, so I have this big stack of layouts I've done over the last probably 3 or 4 months now. And well, the first thing I want to know is, am I alone in this, or do a lot of you create a layout and just put it on a shelf to put away later, or do you create a layout and you put it right in your album? I would love to know. Myself, I leave them out for multiple reasons. I have a wall behind me in my craft room. If you see my craft room tour, you'll probably have noticed that I like to hang up some of my layouts so I can enjoy them before they're tucked away in an album. So that's one reason why I do it. Another reason is I like to do layout shares. So I keep them out until I do a layout share video because I think those are really fun to do. And then the third reason is just that I'm lazy. And so I just pile them up because it's much easier than putting them in an album. So hence they just build and build and build and I end up with a pile. Which it's okay, it's not a big deal, but my cubby is starting to get full, so I really need to tackle these. So I'm glad we're doing this tonight and we're doing this together. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go through these layouts and I'm going to put them in piles of according to what album I'm going to put them in. So that is what I'm going to do, and a lot of these are me layouts. There's some layouts from my son's album, and then layouts from my album of my husband and I, and then there's some of my stepdaughter. So quite a few different layouts that I need to put away in different albums. Most of them 12 by 12, but I do have a few that are 9 by 12 and 8.5 by 11. One of my favorites. So how have you all been in achieving your 20-minute motivation, your 20-minute task challenges for yourself? Have you been kind of taking this idea and applying it elsewhere? Have you been able to accomplish some things in these 20 minutes? Are these videos helpful? I hope they are. I know for me, just doing these videos is, it's been helping me commit to getting different tasks done. So I know for myself alone, it's been very helpful because I've been, tackling those tasks that, are not so much fun and I don't really want to do. And I just keep putting off. So I find it very helpful. And then I can move on and play. So that's another good thing as well. And you know, I've got a laundry list of tasks that I need to do, and so that I plan on, you know, creating more, you know, Monday motivational videos. I'm like, I'm starting to look at things now. I'm like, you know what? I can save this for, you know, my Monday night, and I can get this done in 20 minutes. So I'll just put it off till then, knowing that I'm going to get it done. Which is, you know, it's a nice feeling. Knowing that I have it scheduled and I'm going to get these tasks done. So that's a good feeling. So hopefully you are learning to do the same thing for yourself. And, you know, scheduling in or planning on getting some things done that have been outstanding. And how was your month of October? Did you celebrate Halloween in any unique way? We're in November already. It's really kind of hard to believe that November is here. I can't even, time is flying. Even with all the strangeness going on in the world, time is flying. So we had a good October, and we did a little Halloween scavenger hunt for the kids, which was fun. It was at my parents' house. All right. And now we're looking forward to the holidays. And Thanksgiving obviously is going to be a little different this year, but I really can't wait. We just moved into our house in April, so I can't wait to decorate for Christmas. I'm not going to do it until after Thanksgiving, but I'm already planning it. When do you all decorate for Christmas? I'd love to know. Are you right after Halloween kind of person, or do you not wait till a couple weeks before Christmas, or are you right after Thanksgiving? I'd love to hear what your Christmas traditions are, if you have any, and when you set up your tree. Okay, I got my piles going, so I'm going to go get my albums so we can put them away. Alright, so the first one is the album of my husband and I might need to get some more inserts. And I kind of sort of have these in chronological order, but not really. I just kind of plop layouts in when there's a free space. And maybe that's a task for another day where I might go in and rearrange, but I more or less just, I have some pre-made layouts I need to do. I more or less just like to go through and fill in the albums rather than worrying about chronological order. I do put my son's albums in chronological order, but for my husband's and I don't really. I do it for the kids too. I do it for my stepdaughter as well. But for mine and my husband's, I don't so much worry about it. I just like to document the memories in general. Oops. So I need some page protectors as well. So let me grab those. Have you ever organized yourself so much that you can't always remember where you reorganized something? I do that to myself all the time. I'm like, oh, this is such a better organization system. So I do it, and then I forget. I go back to my old storage system and I forget what my new storage system was. Oh my gosh. I just did that because I was looking for my page protectors, and I used to keep them in just 12 by 12 envelopes like I do my kits, but I've since moved to putting them in an album because I find they stay together a lot nicer and they're easy to kind of pull out. So I just couldn't remember what I did with them. So I'm going to pull out a few page protectors so I can get my layouts in the album. Alright, so we'll tuck that off to the side. We have a few more to get through. For page protectors, I really love the Close to My Heart page protectors. They're durable, they're nice quality, and I find that my pages don't fall out of them. I did buy some from Hobby Lobby at one point. I think they're from the Paper Studio. They're the Paper Studio brand, or a brand somewhat like that. And I found that they didn't just, the pages aren't as secure and my layouts were kind of falling out of the top. I found that with their pocket pages too. So I've stopped buying those, and instead I buy Close to My Heart. But I've also found that the Becky Higgins and the We Are Memory Keepers page protectors work really well too. Like, things fit nice and snug in there and they don't fall out. So if you're curious or looking for what brand of page protectors to buy, those are my recommendations anyway. Obviously, everybody has their own taste, but if you're looking for a recommendation, those are mine. I think Close to My Hearts are my favorite though, honestly. So I try to snag them. Excuse me. My throat's a little dry. We're running the wood stove, so I apologize for that. I just find their quality is really great. So I'll try to snag them when they're on sale. Every now and again they'll have them on sale, and just keep a stockpile of them. So they're my favorite. So I'm just going through and putting all our layouts. This feels good to do this, you know, but I'm looking at this album and I'm like, gosh, she's filling up pretty good. I might be ready for a new one pretty soon here. How many layouts? Well, I don't really know what the right number of layouts is for an album, but mine are always kind of dimensional, so I don't know if I'm able to get as many layouts as if they were all flat. But I've got quite a few in here already, and I'm nearing the end of. I don't like to fill them up so much where they're kind of like too wide like this, if you know what I mean. I kind of like to keep them parallel. I don't like to overstuff them. And I think this one's getting close. Let's take a look. And this album is just a Hobby Lobby album. Their quality is okay. I've had a couple fall apart on me, so as they do fall apart, I'll just, you know, I'll replace them. But these were a good deal at the time, and albums can be expensive, so it's just that these ones, I don't think they last a long time if you use them a lot. So for now, it's staying in here, but you know, if I'm starting to see the corners already wear on this one, so when it gets to the point where it's not holding up anymore, I'll just replace it with a higher quality album. Probably, like I said in past videos, I really like Close to My Heart albums. We Are Memory Keepers albums are great. I like Studio Calico. I don't think they do 12 by 12. They just do 9 by 12. I don't know if I just said We Are Memory Keepers, but I like their albums too. If there are any other album brands that you like 12 by 12, leave a comment below. I'd love to hear from you if you have other brands you like. But Close to My Heart and We Are Memory Keepers for 12 by 12 have been really nice quality. And then I like the Studio Calico for 9 by 12. I think they actually might be the only ones that make 9 by 12. Heidi Swap's another good album as well. I have her 8.5 by 11s, and those are nice. Alright, so here's where we're at for this album, and we're getting there. I can probably fit a few more in there, but this thickness is looking pretty good, because you also have to think about when you're filling your albums. Sorry, my mouth's crooked. When you're filling your albums, you don't want them to be so full that they're too cumbersome and heavy to lift up. One of the reasons I was moved to 9 by 12 and 8.5 by 11 was that they're so much easier to hold. And when I was showing my grandmother the 9 by 12 size albums, the 12 by 12 size, she had a really hard time holding it. She's 83, and it was just too bulky and too heavy for her. So obviously we put it on the table so she could look through it. And I thought to myself, I'm like, you know, I'm going to be 84 one day, and I still want to be able to look through these, so maybe I should consider either not filling them so much or going to a smaller size. So now I do a combination of both. I have some smaller sizes, and then for the 12 by 12s, I don't overfill them. So this one's getting close. So I'm about ready for a new album for the two of us. So I'll mark this down. I have the spine already actually identified. I just have to put a year on it, or a year span on it, but I like to do pictures on the spine. I think it makes it easy to recognize what the album's about. But anywho, this one's close. But there we go. We got those put away. Alright, next up is Wyatt's album. So actually, looking at this, I think, see, here's another one that's pretty darn full. I might have to start a new one for him too. my goodness. So this album is, see, I have it from Newborn. Oh, that looks sick. Newborn, but I've been adding some of his older, it's like his first year basically. Yeah, and I have some 8.5 and 9x12s in here too. So this one's pretty plumb full, and the layouts I have, I think I only have one that actually belongs in this album. So let me take a look real quick. Oh, maybe two. That one. And let's see. Oh, where is it? Is that the only one? Oh, here we go. And this one. These were, yeah. Yep. I think around the same time, actually. Oh, I lied. I got one more. Alright, so we're going to try and sneak these ones in this album. It's pretty darn full, though. Oh, goodness. It's pretty full. But I got a few blank pages in amongst. So what I did, like I said, I try to put this in chronological order. So this, I don't think I have the year. 6 months, 8 months. Oh, this was about, well, his hair was a little more wild. Oh, here we go. That will work. We'll put this, sneak this one in there. I actually have to, I just realized I have to put a date on this one. So I'll have to, I'm usually better than that at dating, but I'll leave that there. This album is made by, just so in case you all are curious, I don't know if I have, maybe on the back side. This is a really nice, this is a leather bound album. But you know what? It doesn't have a maker on it, which is surprising. I'm pretty sure this is a We Are Memory Keepers one, though. It's a nice leather album, very durable. So I love it. So let's see. You've got some page protectors here, so I'm gonna sneak one out. This needs to go in the front. I like to use different sizes in my albums, so I did this in an 8.5 by 11. And so I just am going to plop this in on the front here. Oh, this is December. Let's go a little further up. These are some older. You can see how my scrapbooking has changed over time. Alright. Oh, this is sweet. We can put this right in here. Alright. And then we have when he was 1. Alright. We're going to plop these right in here. And this page protector, I think this is one of the Paper Studio ones, but I bought them, so I am using them, but the material is a lot thinner, and like I said, they slide out, but I bought them, so I am using them, but not my favorite. Oh, we got like 2 minutes left. Oh my gosh, the 20 minutes is almost up already. I know I've been chatting a lot, which is what I normally do in these videos, but I just tell you, 20 minutes goes by so fast. We're so close. Alright, so I'm sneaking this one in here because it's right around that time period. And then I'm going to consider this album plumb full. Like, this is just, it's almost too much, but it's kind of bowing. So we're going to get another album. I may actually need to dwindle this down, figure it out, but so with that being said, I'm going to take these out so I don't add any more in. And this album is full. It's done. All right. See what I mean? How it's kind of, it's not parallel anymore. It's kind of going out. So this is kind of at the brink of too full, but it's all kind of, they're all kind of layouts that go together. So I kind of want to keep them together. So I'm going to call this one good. But this one's super heavy, so much harder to lift up and hold. So there will be no more adding to this album. So good thing is I have a spare. I try to pick them up when they're on sale, or they're a good deal. So I believe this was another Hobby Lobby album. I think it was on clearance for some reason. Oh no, this is a Michael's album. Sorry, it's Recollections. You know what? That's probably what that teal one was too. It wasn't a REAR Memory Keepers. It was a Recollections album, which I find their quality to be pretty good. The leather-bound ones, or well, I don't know if it's real leather, but you know what I mean. The pleather albums. Oh, and 20 minutes is up. Look how fast that went. Okay, we're gonna keep going. All right, stop. And because I'm almost done, and you can keep going with me, or you know what, your 20 minutes is up. You've done your duty for the night. Now go have fun if you want, but keep listening to me if you desire to. But that was 20 minutes, so consider, if you're at a good stopping point, consider stopping. But I want to finish. I'm on a roll, and so I want to finish these layouts if I can. So I'm just going to go ahead and plop these in here in some sort of order. This is 2020. Oh, you know what? That's 2020. All right. Actually, I actually need a couple different albums because I need a 2019 and a 2020, and actually, I'm going to need more than that. I need a 17, 18. That first one I did was 2016, 2017. It was his first year. So I need an 18, 19, and 20. So I'm just going to put everything in here for now because I haven't scrapped enough 12 by 12s to fill all 3 albums. So until I get to that point, I'll just keep them all in here. But I won't... I'll try to pair up like the 2020 layouts together so that when I go ahead and take them out to put them in their own album, I don't have to take them out of the page protectors, hopefully. We'll see how that works, but we're going to try anyway. Okay. I love this layout. Oh, I love it. Him running through the sprinkler this year. It's so cute. Isn't it just amazing how fast 20 minutes goes? I can't even believe we're done already with the 20 minutes. But I'm at about halfway there, and you know, if I wasn't chatting along the way, I probably could have got it done in 20 minutes, but you know, as you guys probably realize, I love to chat, I love to talk. So see how everyone's going, you know, things are going on, and share with you what's going on in my life or my scrappy world. I think 2018, and I'm pretty sure this was 2018 as well, so we can probably pair these together. So what are you working on for projects right now? I wouldn't say, well, I don't know if I call it projects, but I kind of do challenges and goals each month, and if you're a part of my Facebook groups, I share those with you as well. So over in the craft room cleanup group, we had a for the month of October, we had a clean out the cobwebs challenge, which basically was to, you know, clean, wipe down, and dust your craft room. You know, your nooks and crannies, your tools, your shelves, you know, because winter's coming, and, you know, we want, you know, we're going to spend a lot more time in our craft rooms hopefully this winter because, you know, the summer activities are done, And, you know, so why not have a clean space to go along, you know, to craft in. So October is a great month to do that. So our spaces are all fresh and clean and dusted and ready to go. And so that was October. So I spent a lot of time doing that. And so for November, I haven't really decided on a challenge yet. I'm still kind of figuring it out. From an organization standpoint, I'm not really quite sure yet. But from a scrapping perspective, if you join my Jessica Grace and Friends Pretty Pages Facebook group, that's our scrapbook group where we share all of our different layouts. We do challenges over there as well. And for October, it was 31 days, 31 layouts, and there were 31 different prompts to help you with those layouts. So for November, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to extend my challenge for myself, which is no spend November. And I am going to do a spending freeze, and I'm going to get creative and use all of my stash that I currently have. I'm going to go shopping in my own craft room. I have plenty of supplies. So I am going to reserve spending any money, and I'm going to get creative, creating my own kits, busting through my stash, combining old and new. So I'm going to extend that challenge out to the Jessica Grace and Friends Pretty Pages as well. So I'm sure we can figure out a way to tie those two, tie that to an organization challenge, but I haven't quite figured that out yet. So still working on that, but yeah, so for me, my challenge for November, and you know, it'll probably go into December as well, is just to continue to work through my stash, continue to work through my products that I have, and you know, kind of combining old versus new. That needs to go into a different album, but you know what, I don't have one for him right now, so I need to, sorry, I just noticed that. I need to get a 9x12 for his younger photos. Anywho, so no spend November. That's what I'm working on. So I'd love to hear what you're working on. What challenges or goals do you have for the month of November, or maybe till the end of the year? Do you have, do you have a goal set for yourself? I think goals are motivating. I like to try to meet or exceed them. It just gives me something to focus on. And I try to change it up so I don't get bored. Oh, I have a couple more for his big album here. Oops, I moved those. I just think it's a great way to freshen things up. Keep your ideas fresh, your creativity fresh, so you don't get bored. It helps avoid like a creative block, and you just feel productive overall. At least I do. It just makes me feel productive. So I'm a big goal person. So I kind of have goals in every area of my life, and I just work towards them. So my crafting is no different. So goals, projects, whatever. I'd love to hear if you want to comment below what you're working on. And then of course we have the holidays coming up, Christmas around the corner, and I'm considering entertaining the idea of doing a December Daily album this year. I've never done it before. I've been admiring everybody's from afar, and so I'm thinking maybe this year I might actually do one. So my other question to you all is, do you do a December Daily? Would love to know if you do, and how do you do it? Do you have any tips or tricks on it, or any suggestions based on your past experience? I'd love to hear it. I love the concept, and I just had a follower recently on one of my Friday Night Lives. She helped me because it was intimidating to me, because I was like, I don't do 25 things. I don't do something each day until Christmas. I don't think I'll have much to scrap. And she was like, don't look at it as it by day. She's like, just look at it as focusing on your little traditions, your favorite food dish, you know, relaxing with a cup of coffee with the tree in the background, like your favorite wrapping paper, like focus on little things like that. And it just like a light bulb went on for me. And I'm like, oh, okay, I think I can handle that. And I like that idea. So I think I'm going to challenge myself with it. So do you do December daily? I'd love to hear. All right. We're nearing the end here of getting these layouts put away. So as you can see, I have some 9x12s of my son. I love the 9x12 size. I really do. Oh, that's his artwork. I don't want to. Do I have any more page protect? Oh. Ooh, I do. Great. All right. Let's see. That was summer, fall. We'll just put this in here for now. I love the 9x12 size, and I would, I did a whole 1 year of just scrapping 9x12, and I absolutely love 9x12. The only thing, oh, this one's getting stuck. Let's see if I can get in. The only thing that is not my favorite thing about it is you really have to stay vertical. You can go horizontal. Let me see if I have one that I did. Oh, right here. Oh, it's backwards. You can go horizontal, but what I don't like about that is that you actually, oh no, I'm gonna tape that on. Good thing. You have to turn the album sideways, and that bothers me. I know that seems silly, but I don't want to have to turn my album sideways. I mean, I will if I have to, you know, just in creating a layout, it is what it is, right? But I don't want to have to do that. And so when I'm looking through an album to kind of have to go like this to see something, I don't know. It just doesn't feel natural to me. It doesn't flow well. So that is really my only beef, I guess, or the only dislike I have of not the 9x12 size. Other than that, I absolutely love the 9x12 size. And this does not keep me from scrapping a 9x12. I've incorporated 12x12 again into my albums, and so I do a bit of both. And so for the ones that I'd rather do a horizontal layout in, I kind of put those in my 12x12 album for the same year span, and then I also continue to create 9x12s as I feel. So I think that's like a nice combination. And if I could, I would incorporate my 9x12s into my 12x12 albums and just keep them all in one album. However, as you can see, the 9x12s only come from Studio Calico, and they have 4 holes, not 3. So that without punching new holes in each one of these page protectors, I wouldn't be able, I can't put them in the 3-ring binders. So I just figured I will just keep them separate. If any companies are listening to this or watching this, I would love it if somebody else would make 9x12s that would fit in a 3-ring binder, because I love combining both sizes. You can do it 8.5 by 11. However, I prefer 9x12 over 8.5 by 11. But I do also, you know, in some instances, I have scrapped 8.5 by 11 and put them in with my 12x12 albums. It's just I would prefer to have a 9x12. So if anybody's listening, I'd love it if you made those. But Studio Calico, if you're listening, I do love your products, and I love your albums, and I love your inserts too. So I just like to merge everything together. I like everything to be cohesive. And these sizes don't because of the rings. Anywho, that was long-winded, and if you all are still listening to me ramble on, thank you so much. I hope you're, you know, I hope this is motivating you, or interesting at least. Anywho, all right, so my son's photos are put away. I am almost completely done with this 2018. Here's the spine on this one. So I usually do like a little date right there with the little photo on the spine. Again, this one's almost at max capacity. So I think I'm getting to the point where I have like 2 or 3 albums per year. I don't know if that's a lot or too much or not enough. How many albums do you have per year? I'm curious. I kind of like to know if I'm like way out in left field with the way I do things, or, oh goodness, sorry about that, it was my tape runner. Or if there's a lot of people that are like me and they have, you know, 5 or 6 albums for 1 year or one event. I just can't help it. I take a lot of pictures and I only scrap, you know, 1 or 2 photos per layout. So that means I have a lot of layouts that I need to put in albums. So for me, it's normal, but I guess I'd be curious to see how others organize their albums. All right, that is in there for my stepdaughter, and we only have a couple more layouts, folks, and we are at 35 minutes. A little bit over, but I have been doing a lot of chatting, so. The goal of 20 minutes, or the 20 minutes is really just a guide. It's not the end-all be-all. It's, you know, you don't have to stop at 20 minutes. Kind of the purpose of these motivative videos is to just get you started and hope that whatever task you're out to set, you might actually complete or make good progress on it. Usually as you start going and you get in the rhythm, you know, time flies and you're feeling accomplished. You just want to see it through the end. So that's kind of like the goal for me in these videos, is just to help encourage you to just, you know, to not feel so overwhelmed or you know, with your list of things to do, and just kind of breaking it down into more manageable time or pieces so that you can actually be productive. So oftentimes though, you know, you get started and you're like, man, this isn't so bad. I'm gonna just keep on going with it, which is what I've done tonight with my layouts here. So I got a few more to plop in. So this album here is a Becky Higgins album, which I love. It's a gold stripe. And this is just an album of, it's a me album of things in my life that are, you know, important to document for me or to me, events and things and people. And so I have a really hard time scrapbooking me personally, but I'm trying to get better at that because it's important. You know, one day maybe my kids or my grandkids or great-great-grandchildren will look at these albums and they're going to want to know a little bit more about me. And so I try to not think about my needs when it comes to scrapbooking as much as, well, the creative part I do think about me, but the documenting part, I try to think about, you know, what might my grandchildren, my children, or even my great-grandchildren would want to learn or see or know about me. And so I really try to kind of think about that when it comes to scrapbooking. Not only myself, but also pictures of them. Like, what stories would they want to hear? What memories would they want to think of or remember? So I really try and keep that in mind when I'm scrapping. And with that being said, we are done with this task. I've got all my layouts put away. Oh my gosh, I can't tell you the weight that has been lifted. I feel so accomplished right now, and I appreciate you guys hanging along for the ride or coming along for the ride with me. Even though we stretched a little bit over the time limit, we finished this task. So all I have to do is put these albums back on the shelf and then I can go have some fun. So I hope you found this video helpful and motivating, and I hope you were productive right along with me. Make sure you leave comments below and let me know what you think, and give this a thumbs up if you like it. I'll keep making these videos. I always like to know what you all like, because you inspire me each and every day, and I love reading the comments. I try to respond to every single one of them, so if you do leave one, I promise I read it and I will definitely get to you if you have a question. And keep up on the great work breaking down those tasks, and I hope you continue to stay motivated and productive, and have a great rest of your night, and I will see you guys again soon. Thank you. Bye.